Hi everyone, myself, I'm Harshita S. I'm currently pursuing my 6th SEM in Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. So my today's topic is all about the non-conventional energy resources. In that, we are studying the very important topic, the types of flat plate collectors. So we'll see what is the flat plate collectors and how it basically is all about. So, so the schematic diagram for the flat plate collectors will be shown here, and it consists of an casing either made up of wood or plastic that is having a area of about 2 meter into 1 meter into 15 centimeter. In the casing insulator, it has been provided at the bottom in order to check the conductive heat to transfer. The mineral wool, the glass wool, the fiberglass, the asbestos, the thermocol, etc., are used as an insulator. Above the insulator, the observer plate will be fixed. The observer plate is made up of a good conducting material like aluminum or copper. It is coated black in order to increase its absorption property. Usually, the black coating is done by chemical treatment, and selective coatings, which allow for maximum absorption of radiation and minimum amount of emission, are applied on the observer plate. The underside of the plate consists of observer tubes which run along the path of the length. These plates are also made up of some material as that of observer plate. Sometimes the plate itself is bent into form of tubes. Though these tubes, the heat absorbing medium is circulated. This medium will absorb the heat from the plates and the tubes and its temperature increases. The medium will help the heat from the plates and then tubes and its temperature increases. This way, the solar energy is collected as heat energy. Above the observer plate glass covers are provided. This glass covers will help to bring out the greenhouse effect, thus increasing the need of the collector. More than one cover, it is used to prevent the loss of radiation by refraction. So here we can see the selection through the typical flat plate collector. So this is the typical diagram of how the flat plate collector will collect the heat. So this is the observer, and this pores are the insulation tubes, and this small circle is through which the heat transport will fluid, and this is the transparent cover, and this arrows detect the solar radiation, and this layer line indicate the corrosion supports and seats for glass. The types of flat plate collectors. So these are the images of the flat plate collectors. So a flat plate collector is a solar panel device that uses solar energy in order to generate thermal energy. It converts the solar power into thermal energy, that is cheaper energy, utilizing water as an operating fluid. A flat plate collector takes in solar radiation and transmits heat to the functioning medium. It is suitable for several thermal functions. The average temperature range of FPC devices is 100 degree. Besides, these devices are the backbone of solar thermal devices. They have diverse applications from household to commercial sectors. Flat plate collector devices are commonly used for active space heating and water heating for further usage. Next, we'll see the first type of the flat plate collector, that is the liquid flat plate collector. In operation, a cold water from the overhead tank is made to flow through water tubes. When radiation will pass through transparent glass cover and falls on this observer plate, it would absorb the heat energy. This heat energy is transferred to the cold water flowing through the tube and gets heated up. So heated water that is being lighter in density than the cold water, and hence it rises up and collects in the solar water heater tank. So this is a simple diagram of how all this works. So this is nothing but the casing, and here it is the beam radiation that absorbs and the diffuse radiation that takes in the fluid passage area. And this is the observer plate, and this is how we have covered it with a transparent cover for avoiding the premier radiation absorption. And then it is the thermal insulation. So here there is an exposed cross section through double glazed flat plate collector. So we have glazed it, we have a fluid tube, we have an observer plate, we have an insulation, and we have a casing. When we in the temperature, it gets out here. So these are the few diagrams that help in understanding things more better. Next, the glazing. The glazing, which may be one or more sheets of glass or other dithermalase material. tubes, fins, or passages for conducting or directing this heat transfer fluid from the inlet to the outlet. The observer plate, which may be flat, corrugated, or grooved with tubes, fins, or passages that is attached to it. The header or manifolds to admit and discharge this fluid, and the insulation, which minimizes the heat loss from the back and sides of the collector. The container or casing which surrounds the various components and protects them from dust and moisture, etc. These liquid flat plate collectors are potentially useful in supplying the low grade thermal energy at temperature that is generally less than 1000 degree and may be used in the system that is for the supply of heated water for domestic, agricultural, industrial applications, that is the space heating and the cooling application. So the advantages of flat plate collector, that is easy to manufacture. The flat plate collector is a simple design and can be easily manufactured. Unlike the other solar thermal devices, which are very costly, the cost of flat plate collector is less when compared to other materials such as copper. So the low cost. Next is the flat plate panel. The heat exchanger system is quite cheap and easy to install when compared to the conventional solar system that cost more and takes more time for installation and also making it difficult for homeowners to install them themselves. Easy and simple to operate. The flat plate collectors are very easy to operate because they don't have complex parts inside the panels. In addition, without any electrical, flat plate collectors are also simple to install, using easily operated by one person. So the disadvantages are also there when there is advantages. So let's see about the disadvantages. Some of the disadvantages of flat plate collector are as follows. Unstable performance. In that we have, unlike other solar panels, the performance of flat plate collectors is very unstable, affecting their energy output. The performance of FPC has been found to be affected by many factors like weather conditions, geographical location, and local climatic conditions. The insufficient storage. As the FCP is designed to produce a limited amount of thermal energy, its storage capacity is significantly less than that of solar thermal systems. Due to this, the electricity produced from the systems can sometimes be less than the electricity that is used by the system. Thank you. I hope you understood the topic. Thank you.